What's going on, boys? What up, what up? What up, what up? A little under the weather, unfortunately. A little under the weather. Went snowboarding last night, and my sinuses are messed up. What's going on, guys? Still going out, though. Still going out. What's up, boys? Who's in the crowd, bro? Who's watching? Who is watching? I got one like already. Who's that? Kill, what's going on, bro? Hope you are well. Guys, my nose is killing me. Killing me. Hey guys, feel free to ask any questions here. Akil, you have any questions? Um, Third session, that's fire. Any questions about dating, anything? That's pretty much what we do here on this call. There'll be more guys joining here shortly, I'm sure. Thank you, bro. I know, me too. I hope this clears up soon. Yeah, guys, any questions you have, dating, girls, dating apps, anything, I would love to answer them for you. That's what we do here, boys. RJ, what up? You going out tonight, RJ? RJ, you gotta get back to Ohio, bro, so you can go to the bars. Any tips for Valentine's Day? Honestly, I would treat it exactly the same, but I think Valentine's Day is actually tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Um, but there's a good chance I feel like women are a little more open than they might typically be to meeting someone on Valentine's Day because, like, if they don't already have somebody, it's reminded to them, like, through their friends getting flowers, their friends getting chocolates, their parents and stuff, their sisters, whatever, brothers. It's in their face all day. So like it reminds them that they're single and sometimes like when they go out at night on that night, they're really open to a connection. At least that's been my experience, if that makes sense. Well, there's 14 people in here. Someone's got to have some questions for me. Not like everybody's crushing at dating. Is that the only club you go to, RJ? That same one over and over? That one will seem kind of tough for you. Slick Row. What's the topic? Dude, our whole channel is about helping guys with their dating lives. So just anything when it comes to approaching women, keeping her around, dating apps, anything, texting, anything that has to do with women. That's what the whole channel is about. So we do these every Friday. So it's kind of like a little pregame for guys who are going out to talk to girls tonight. Come on, RJ, where are your questions at, bro? Someone's gotta have a question here. Would it be corny to go up to a girl and say, "Wanna be my Valentine?" That's actually a good question. Um, yes. Yes, it would. Now, depending it really doesn't matter, like, what you say when you approach her, but depending on what comes next, if you could play it off as a joke and funny, it'll be cool, right? But if you're serious about it, then you're putting a lot of pressure on the situation, like, that's why when guys go up to a girl and be like, "Hey, like, I thought you're super beautiful," or whatever, like, basically, you're making her choose right there and then, just based off of that, if she likes you or not. You're putting a lot of pressure on the situation. Same thing that you're doing with that type of opener, "Wanna be my Valentine." If you do it in a playful, funny way, like, "Yo, who's your Valentine, yo?" Right? And then you're just like, move on to something else, you could pull it off. Do you think I should ask a girl in the set if they wanna dance with me instead of just trying to grab her hand and try to do it? Um, no, I never ask. This is the thing is, like, you have to become really good at sensing her vibe. If you feel like I want you to start, like, to understand, "Okay, is this girl feeling it? Is she truly feeling it? Okay, she is? Okay, let's dance." Right? You're never gonna ask permission, just like you're never gonna ask permission to kiss her, right? Can it work? Have guys ask permission and got a kiss? Yes, but it's not how it happens 99% of the time. But when you do dance with her, right, you be the first one to break away, right? Don't just keep grinding and doing stuff. Like, you initiate the dance, okay, now you pull back and you break away. Yeah, where'd you learn those moves, right? Boom, on to the next thing. Stimulating the whole entire group. Always moving. Remember what I said, RJ, about the club is like, you don't have much time, right? You don't have much time. So, like, there's a lot of ADD, a lot of people's attention are everywhere. So, like, you literally have a few seconds to make an impression on her, then her friends, like, it all happens real quickly. Oh, easy, get your passport, go to Colombia, Dominican Republic, or Thailand. I don't recommend dating Western women long term. To be honest, dude, I know guys who have done that. I've been to those countries. I've been to Colombia and Thailand. Um, a lot of these women will date you, get a passport, you come here, and then they're out. They act totally different here. They will put on their best poker face until they come to America. Now, if you wanna live in Thailand or Colombia, which is not something I'm interested in, all my friends, my family, the things I wanna do are in America. It's just better country in general. Um, that's its whole other ballgame. But if you just want hot women who are submissive and you don't care about long term, or you wanna live in one of those countries and just bang hot women, be my guest. What's the top 3 easiest countries you think to close girls? It's a good question, RJ. Um, well, I have a pretty extensive travel history. Been to, like, 30 countries or so. Um, let me think about this. I've been to Thailand, it was pretty easy, honestly. Especially being a white guy, you're so exotic over there. It really does help you. Not that I've been here, but I hear all the time that, like, Sweden and Copenhagen, Denmark, those countries, they're just, like, a lot more liberal and girls are a lot more open and a lot more down for casual, right? Like, a lot. Um, where else? I think, honestly, one of the best places to hook up with girls is Vegas. That's America, obviously. Just, like, there's so many there's something special about a town like Vegas and a town like Nashville too. There's so many like, it's a party destination, so when you meet people at your hometown bar, they're like, "Whatever," they're running their same routine. When people come to Vegas, they're there for a good time. Everyone's trying to party, everyone's trying to hook up, right? It's like a known thing. So, it's just very transient, and girls are looking and down, and it's, like, just happening left and right. Do you have a neti pot that could really help your sinuses? I don't, but I am going out tonight, so, I do plan to take, like, a 35-minute, like, steamy shower to try to loosen some of this up. It was weird 'cause I went snowboarding last night and, literally, I was fine the whole entire way, and then when I got home, my nose started hurting. But in Vegas, is it all clubs and stuff? And as you said, is it very hard to get in clubs? Yes, but the clubs there are, like, not like clubs you've ever been to. They're, like, the size of, like, a fucking football field, right? And then you have quiet areas, the bar, loud areas, the dance floor. It's, like, very segmented. So, you have the best of all worlds. A lot of them have balconies, right, overlooking the strip, so it's, like, no there's no music out there. So, can some clubs in Vegas be hard? Yes, but I've had success in every Vegas club. Brandon, what time do you head to the venue to have enough time to flirt, lead, pull? That's a good question. I really like to try to get there. The latest, absolute latest is 10:30. Ideally, I think you want to be there around 10. Now, depending where you live also, I don't know, like on the East Coast, that's kind of the vibe. Um, yeah, it's just bars here are close at 3. Um, when you're in New York City, they close at 4. But I think 10 is a safe bet. Now, if you're in a place like Vegas, dude, the clubs don't even open till 11. So it's like a whole different thing. What's your favorite type of venue to pull from? What type of venue are you hitting up tonight for Valentine's? Well, I'm not hitting up a venue tonight for Valentine's because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. But dude, I do love a good high energy club, but also that has a place where I can do both things, where I can go have a real conversation, then also have a lot of fun and dance. If I could get both of those things in one venue, I'm golden. Like I know it's gonna happen because I'm gonna make the girls gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be just there's nothing else for her to do at the end of the night but come back with me. I've been mentioned it's hard to game in cities like Vegas and Miami due to competition, etc. What's your opinion on that? Honestly, I don't think I don't have too much experience in Miami. I've been there once to game, like, I don't know. This is when I was more like intermediate 7 years ago. Um, I didn't really get that vibe. I mean, if you go to like the most crazy, like, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Like exclusive nightclub, like Live, right? Or in those places. Yeah, probably like you need to have a table. You probably don't even need to have a table, but like you are competing with guys who are throwing around $50,000 a night, right? But to be honest, you don't even want to game those places. In Vegas, I've never had that issue. I've never had a table really stop me from getting a girl. Vegas is really good. Does it matter? We have closed at 7:30 p.m. Oh wait, let me finish this one. To add BZ's question, and then how late should we stay out till 2 AM? I imagine girls are getting tired by then. Yeah, depending what your city is in, I think you're in Toronto, right? Um, I don't know what time it closes till, but there is a point of diminishing returns, right? Like, if I haven't found a girl that I'm gonna spend the rest of the night with by like 1:30, 2 the latest, I typically dip out. Can you meet girls and take them home at 2:45? Yes, I've done it 100 times. But it's just like there's a point of diminishing returns. I like to tell guys this, you wanna be locked in, so, like, by 12:30, you wanna find a girl, and that's the girl you're gonna put your chips on, the rest you're gonna put your poker chips on her. I'm gonna spend the rest of the night with her, and what happens, happens. Doesn't matter, we have closed at 7:30 depending on escalating and leading. Yeah, I mean, you can. It does definitely is a little harder, especially if she's there with friends and her friends wanna party. It's like, for her to leave her friends at that time, it could get a little difficult. I live in Miami, it's overrated. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Yeah, I'm going to Mardi Gras tomorrow, and I'm performing on Sunday and Monday in the parade. That's awesome, dude. That's probably gonna be fun. Vegas, Miami, don't go to the clubs. At clubs, you're competing with celebs and billionaires. Go to a dive bar or lounge. To be honest, in the club in Vegas, the clubs are so big. There's so many girls. Like even if there were a few billionaires, I've never had an issue ever. Like the clubs hold like 1,000 people. Like I've never had an issue with competition with guys. Honestly, I think there's way more competition for men in New York City, right? I lived there for a long time, than there is in Vegas for guys. I think the competition is way higher. A lot more high performing, tall white guys who work in finance. They're like 6'5". The competition's higher. I'm in a marching band. Congrats, bro. What are the steps to pull from the streets once all the bars are closed? Um, so when you're pulling from the street, you're not pulling directly from the street. You need to pull to some like an intermediary, right? So whether that's food or a bar that's open late, that's kind of what you have to do. To pull from the street in 1 minute to go to your house is really, it's just difficult. It takes a lot of years of practice. Um, but you have to pull to an intermediary. So you're with a group of girls, "Oh, yo, we're going to get pizza, yo, you should come with us." Boom, now they're with you. Okay, now you have more time to lead, escalate, flirt, build it over the course of 20, 30 minutes, and then you can pull home. Once you settle down, are you going to do monogamy, long-term relationship, or open relationship? That's a good question. I like to say, monogamy, but I know a lot of guys who have been doing game a long time, um, and they seem to struggle with it, but I don't think I would, to be honest. I don't think I would struggle with it. I've had long-term girlfriends. At streets, you never get good quality. The quality girls leave by 1 AM, that yoga classes in the morning. Yeah, I mean, like, don't depend on the streets, right? Don't depend on meeting a girl in an alleyway outside a bar at 2 AM. Like, that's not reliable. A reliable way to meet women is at 11 at the bar. The word competition sounds odd. Does it really matter? Output your game and see what happens, or am I missing something here? Um, well, when it comes to these certain types of venues, more like clubs, I would say, especially and it could also be like really packed bars. A lot of guys don't have the balls to approach women. They'll just kind of sit on the outskirts. But if it's really packed, or if they have a promoter bring girls to their table, then all of a sudden they have balls, right? So I mean, like everything is a competition, I guess, in some aspects. I don't like to think about it that way. I don't really consider guys my competition. I don't care. But I know a lot of guys do, but it's just like I think a lot of guys are kind of afraid of the fact that guys have more status than them, more money, and that they can't compete with that. When in reality, the ultimate sign of status, and like wealth is being a really good flirt and being able to show the girl a really good time. How do you deal with other dude losers interrupting your sets? It happens to me quite often because the way I look. That's interesting. I think that has to do with you still being young, RJ, because that really rarely ever happens to me. But I'm cool with it. I'm like, "Yo, is that your boy?" "Oh, okay, I saw him looking at you." Whatever. I'll just play it off. But honestly, I can't even remember the last time a guy interrupted my set. But if you're getting interrupted quite often, that means something is going on with something you're doing, like your body language, your vibe. It looks non like when I think when a guy looks at me in set, he's scared to come in. He's just scared of me, right? Look more scary, RJ. How do you flirt when boring and keep how do you flirt when boring and keep a conversation going when you run out of stuff to say? Um, well, that's a whole rabbit hole of things, but um, basically, it's not about running out of stuff to say. It's about how the girl's feeling in the moment. How are you making her feel? How is um her emotional state? Because you're trying to get her into an emotional state. No woman ever fell in love with a guy in a logical conversation. Okay. When she's talking to you and you're like, "Hey, where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from New York." "Oh, no way. Are you a nurse?" "Yeah, I'm a nurse." "Oh, no. Do you work a lot of hours?" No girl ever fell for a guy like that, right? She fell in love with a guy because based on how he made her feel, right? So you have to go back to making things more exciting. It's funny because At some point, I'm not even talking to the girl that much. I'm just literally vibing with her, dancing, and, like, breaking jokes. It could go, like, a minute without saying anything. I might be talking to my friend, I come back in, "Yo, what up? You miss me or what?" And I just come back in with that little line, "You miss me," right? And it's like, message sent, message received. She gets it. Because, like, when you're with a woman, it should be like a dance, guys. It's not just you, like, pushing, 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 pushing. It's a tennis match, right? If you're just the one hitting the ball, just serving, and they're not hitting it back, it sucks. It should be a dance. You hit the ball, she hits the ball. You hit the ball, she hits the ball. That's the best type of interaction you could ever have with a woman. Are you good? I'm good, bro. Thanks, man. I agree with your points. Thank you, bro. Mog, bro. You gotta hold space, get closed as soon as possible. Yeah, I've never felt like I've needed to be that aggressive with guys. It's funny you say that though, RJ. Like when I was more intermediate and more novice, it happened to me a lot more. Now I can't even remember. Honestly, it's been like probably a year since a guy came into my set. Yeah, I've been going to the gym and getting bigger. I look more masculine. I increased my dumbbell press by 5 to 10 pounds per side for 10 reps. That's good, bro. Getting stronger. Dude, RJ, you're so young, bro. You're 20. Like, you have all the time in the world. You got to do day game, bro. Zero competitors. They're all afraid of women daytime. It's free for all. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, day game is super untapped. But I will tell you this, uh, there's certain benefits and drawbacks to both. In the daytime, you're going to meet better girls because you can kind of decide where you meet them, right? Let's say you're in yoga class. Let's say you're at the coffee shop. Let's say you're at the bookstore. I mean, those girls typically you're not gonna find them at the club, right? And they're good for what they're good for. They're good to date, maybe relationship. You could cold approach girls at church. Like literally, I had a guy who met a woman at church and they're getting married. Um, so that's the benefit of the day. The drawback of the day is that if you want to meet a lot of girls, just hook up with them. It's a lot more difficult. Um, Plus, like, I don't know about you guys, I'm busy all day. Like, I don't have time to go lollygag and walk around the mall. If I'm at the coffee shop working, if I'm at the gym and I see a girl, okay, I'll approach her, but I'm not going out of my way to walk around a mall for 3 hours and look for women to approach. But if you want to meet girls at night, um, your ability to hook up with girls like goes 10x. Like for every time you take a girl home in the day, you could take home 10 girls at night for the same effort. Where the day though, the gym, like, what other suggestions and places? Um, Coffee shops. Honestly, I don't think you said you were religious, but religious, like, obviously not in church, but if the church hosts some type of, event, like, after the ceremony and stuff, could be a place. Gym, obviously, bookstore, farmers markets, thrift stores even. Yeah, those are all pretty good spots. To add to that, what about during our 1 hour lunch break? Yeah, if you have an hour to kill during your lunch break and you're at your job, yeah, that's a perfect opportunity. Especially if your job is located somewhere like, I don't know, downtown and you have the opportunity to walk around a little bit, why not? What do you think about gutter game? Working the streets after 2 a.m. when all the venues close to get numbers or pull. Yeah, I actually touched on this a little earlier in this call, but yeah, it's viable. It's not what I rely on though. Like I never want to just only rely on trying to pull girls from the street. That's like that's like my third my second option. My first option is to pull girls from the actual venue. Yeah, ARXXP has a good point. Anywhere you are, you can literally approach her. Obviously, if you're in the middle of a work business conference and she's at the table with you, like, no, don't get, called into HR or anything, but, like, anywhere you are outside of work, I would say, you could pretty much approach her. social circle photo shoots. What does that mean? You have a flirt guide. No, but we do have a lot of content on our YouTube about it. But Joe Schmidt, if you're not in the Telegram already, get in there because we do talk about all that stuff quite frequently. We talk a lot about flirting. If you need to find the Telegram, it's on the what's it called? In the pinned description on the YouTube videos. Come on, boys. I got 4 more minutes, then I gotta get ready. Gotta take that steamy shower. Okay, here was one. To add to Joe Schmidt, can you give us some simple lines that work when flirting? Yeah. Now look, I can give you guys lines, but a line is not ever gonna be enough to seal the deal for you, right? It's about understanding that the girl likes you, understanding that you are the prize, and putting her in the frame to chase you, and that she's winning getting you, right? That's how the best you're gonna do. When she wants you more than you want her, game over, right? But I'll give you some practical lines. So one thing I do whenever this typically comes up in conversation, when a girl figures out um, where you're gonna be talking, you're gonna find out where she's from. So you can say wherever she's from, you came here to oh, so you came here to meet me in a playful way. Yo, I'm from Ohio. Fuck, you came all the way out here to meet me. That's wild, right? So you're always putting her in the frame of her coming after you, right? Does that make sense? Too many guys chase, right? But women are like cats, right? The more you chase, they get scared, they run away, right? You have to be chill. Like, you ever try to run after a cat? What does it do? It runs away, dude. It gets freaked out. You back a cat into a corner, it goes crazy. It's like almost like the more chill you are and the more you just ignore it and like not that you have to ignore a woman, but the more if I hope you guys understand where I'm going with this. Um, the more you just kind of ease into it and don't make it a big deal that the cat is there, the more the cat's gonna like you. That makes sense. Um, yeah, and one other thing will be like, so whatever she's wearing, leather pants, right? Yo, how the hell do you know I love leather pants? What are you trying to win me over? Right. Boom. Another one. Her trying to impress you. Those are two little lines, but we teach like 9 different methods in the course. What's your opinion on social circle game, like finding women friends and going out with them? Um, I think that it is pointless unless you have a good fundamental level of game already. I always tell guys this, like the example I like to give is like social circle game, right? Building your social circle is kind of like having the ability to like raise a farm. Like you can grow crops, but you have no idea how to harvest them. Like you just cannot harvest the crops. That's what I love about game is that it teaches you the whole entire process. I'd rather you master your game first, and then if you want to work on building a social circle, hosting events, stuff like that, I think it could be a tool. Guys, I'll take one more question. One more. One more question. You guys got to go out tonight and hit the town. Should we try to act funny? I mean, humor always helps. Humor always helps. I will say this though. Um, if you're just all funny, there's never that tension of her liking you, right? So there has to be a level of like polarity, flirting, leading, masculinity, but while also being funny and lighthearted. You can't just be all one thing. Are guys who are virgins not good at game? Um, I wouldn't even say they're not good at game. I think most guys who are virgins have from my experience that I've coached a lot. I'm currently coaching some. I think, and this is something that's really hard to teach is to have that true self belief in their hearts that they can make it happen, right? It's like it's like asking somebody to believe in a ghost and they've never seen the ghost before. Like that's how virgins are. Like they can't see the end of the tunnel, right? No pun intended. They can't see because it's blinded by fog, right? So, meanwhile, I've had so much experience. I've seen the ghost. I've seen the light at the end of the tunnel. I know where the path leads. I know how to get there. I wouldn't say that they're not good at a game. I say they have a self-belief and a self-confidence issue. Now, that's not always the case, but a lot. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. I gotta hit the shower, steam up a little bit, try to get rid of this nose thing. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for asking questions. Yeah, boys. Jesse will be live tomorrow night, so if you want, hop out on there. Yeah, guys, I will see you all on the Sunday group call. Akil, I'll talk to you. I message you on IG. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming. Get in the community, the Telegram community, if you haven't already. Let's stay in contact. I'll see you guys Sunday, boys. Take care. Good luck tonight, guys.